joined on the dais by Florida Atlantic head coach John Jakus, Vokietaitis, and Carroll. Coach, why don't we start by having a general comment from you, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Yeah, I want to give you an A+ on saying Montas's last name right. Yeah, not everybody does that. Well, that was perfect. That was unbelievable. We're thankful for today. I think the event is a wonderful event, and the whole setup in the locker rooms and the way you're treated to the game itself was first class. I thought our defense was also first class. Held them 35% or less from the field. I think they really decided that they're going to have to make threes to beat us. They shot 27, and we did just enough to guard the three-point line down the stretch to win. I think we're a little bit upside down with our free throws and our three-point shot ourselves, but there was just enough plays down the stretch where we were okay. I thought Trey's 2 free throws, that Bob a 3, and then we saw Matas in the last few minutes. I thought the 2 blocks and those rebounds he got were really the difference. And we're thankful for all those things, and in March, one more day means we get to be a family for one more day. So that's the most important part.
Thank you, Coach. Anyone in here have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. Please give us your name and affiliation.
Hey, Robin Stella, FAU Owl's Nest. It looked like in the first half there, Charlotte was trying to muck it up a little bit, get physical. Was there any message on how to kind of overcome that? And also, 42 to 18 in the paint, was that the answer to their physicality?
Yeah, I don't. Basically, we just said ignore it. The hardest part about it wasn't that they were grabbing cutters or there was those little scuffles. I thought the refs did an unbelievable job to shift the game in the second half and let some freedom of movement happen. So I want to compliment them. But it's every time there's a scuffle, the game stops, and we wanted to run. So it's not just that there was little interaction between both teams. It was more that it was slowing the game down. So our main message at halftime was let's move away from that so we can get out and control the pace a little bit.
How much would you say the 15-day road trip to Charleston helped you guys down the stretch there, kind of focus in when Charlotte was making a run, but you guys finished it off?
Yeah, I think our defense carries, and that's something we've had to continue to learn throughout the season. But we certainly, before Christmas, played as hard a schedule as anybody in our league besides Memphis. And we put ourselves in these road neutral situations constantly. And I think these guys did show some maturity down the stretch to perform in a neutral environment. So hopefully we'll shoot better in this neutral environment tomorrow, but I thought the toughness was there at least close.
Trey, you come off the bench, you get 2 and 1s, you hit them both. What was your mentality kind of coming off the bench there in the second half to kind of give the team a spark?
It's March, so I don't want to go home yet. No one else wants to go home either for this group. We want to win as many games as possible. Obviously, we came here to win, nothing less. And I just wanted to come in, provide energy, do the best I can to uplift the team, because I feel like that's my job as a leader, to bring energy to the court no matter what is happening. And I think I was able to do that in the second half.
Matas, early on, the offense was flowing through you. What was working for you to kind of set the tone for FAU?
I don't know. I'm just doing my things, trying to do my things every day, what I can do. I try to listen to coach, and it is nothing special, just efforts and just play.
You were scoring the ball early, but in that last possession late there, you kicked out to Baba and he hit the triple after you guys had been struggling. How big of a shot was that, and did you know he was going to be there, or did it just went out that way?
Oh, when I started driving a ball, I saw Baba on 45, and I thought it will be like big time, and he'll make it, so he just made it.
And Coach, looking ahead towards tomorrow at Tulane, you guys were in that game, and then Tulane on their home court closed it out strong. What's going to be the difference in this one here tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll look again, but we've done some pre-work. I don't think we handled the matchup zone as well as we should have down the stretch. And then I thought some of the cutting and the 5-out action really gave us an issue. So we'll look to clean those 2 things up, and we'll get more details over the next 4 or 5 hours. But we're clearly going to have to play better than we did at that place.
Chuck, anybody on Zoom?
We do. We can go to Richard Prayer, please.
Hey guys, congrats on the win. First question to Coach. Obviously, facing a team for the 3rd time, having won the first couple games, obviously going to be very difficult to win for the 3rd time. What was the biggest difference you saw from this Charlotte squad compared to the first 2 times you faced them as you played them throughout today's game?
Yeah, I thought they controlled the pace better. I thought the ball screen coverage that they had was better, to be honest. And And then just in general, I think they found a rhythm to the way that they wanted to beat us. We were able to get to the 80s, I believe, in both games, and they kept this game at below 65. So those 3 areas probably be the key. And then they made it really clear they were going to use a 3-point line to win, and we did just enough there. But I would say those were the 4 adjustments. They shot 3 more. The ball screen coverage was a little better, and then the control of the pace was much better for them.
And Trey, obviously, for a game where the free throw line was frustrating, you having to come through in the clutch for your guy, for your team, 6 of 6 from the charity strike. How big was it for you to make those free throws, especially those last 2 in the final seconds of the game?
Oh, it's very big because that's if they hit that free, it's a tie ball game. If they hit if I missed it, but if they made it and I made the free throws, it's a 2-point game at that point. So I believe it's a momentum changer that I'm making those 2 free throws that kind of defeats them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But in a stretch, I know the coaching staff believe in all of us to make free throws down the stretch, and I was thankfully able to make them. And for
Matas, you had 2 blocks on the day, on top of the 70 points and 70 rebounds you had today. How important is it for you to emphasize yourself on both sides of the ball to be as effective as you were today?
I think right now it's the time when we don't care about personal stats. We just want to make March Madness and nothing more.
Okay, before we let you go, I want to ask Trey, among the many honors you received in the conference this year was the Meritorious Rahimi Sportsmanship Award. I can just ask what that meant to you. It was selected by the head coach as one, and then 2, to have the Rahimi family here today presented to you. What did that mean to you?
I'm super thankful and blessed to receive that award, especially since it's a first-time award. Sportsmanship goes a long ways outside of basketball. I think being able to show sportsmanship shows who you really are on and off the court. And I was blessed enough to have that opportunity to meet the family and receive the award. And I'm just super thankful and blessed, and I don't take it for granted. And I just love the opportunity, like all the awards, but obviously my mindset is to do whatever I can for the team and get to March Madness.
You have one more?
Yeah, thank you. I wanted to ask about Devin. I saw him in the late game rotation a little bit more than usual. What led to that? And it seemed like his on-ball defense was kind of big there late. How big is it to have a freshman who can do that off the bench?
Yeah, we went offense-defense with him and Nico. That was probably the main adjustment. We hadn't done that before. And then I would say secondary, that him and Ken seemed to guard the ball down the stretch a little bit better. They were isoing Nico at times, but we felt like we needed Nico on offense then to make our decisions and some reads. So there's enough dead balls for us to go back and forth, and that was the main reason why we did it. But Devin, in the last 2.5 weeks, people are starting to see what we see every day in practice. He has a chance to be the defensive player of the year in this league if he sticks around, and we hope that he does.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, players.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Recording stopped.